Man, it's a crazy one right here. I wasn't gonna touch on it, but I had to, man. Especially being that Hotboy Turk was always my favorite hot boy in the group. Um, just for the simple fact he was like the underdog. You know what I'm saying? I always liked the underdog. And he must have was at the right place at the right time. Cause he like they had a lot of youngins in the project, and they had a lot of youngins in New Orleans that was rapping at that time. And for him to get chose, cause Hot Boy Turk, like I say, he was my favorite because I liked his whole his lingo. I liked it how he was the underdog. That was my main thing for picking him as my favorite. I always was an underdog type of dude. You know what I'm saying? And so he wasn't the best lyrically. He wasn't the hottest. Like I would say at that time. Now we know now Wayne is the biggest. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, Wayne was like a youngin, who Birdman and his brother seen potential in, and other members seen potential in, because he was very lyrical and he loved it, the craft of rapping. They knew he was gonna be great, and of course, that was a that was prophetic, because of course we know he probably, if not the biggest rapper in the world, one of, and he a top fiver, hands down. Nobody can argue that. Weezy, F Baby, you heard me. But Juvie, he was, I would say, the popularest hot boy, especially at that time. He got a classic album. 400 Degrees is a classic hip hop album. I would probably say top 10 all time, top 25 for sure. Classic hip hop album all time. That's really what he the one who Universal really wanted when they signed that $30 million Cash Money deal. And, of course, they end up signing the whole group and everything. But Juvie was the one. And BG, he another one who they kind of like built Cash Money up off of, because he was like the first one who was kind of, he a little older than Wayne, but he was kind of like under Birdman wing. He actually from Birdman Hood, which is the 13th, Vallis and Magnolia. And so he was like one of the staple members. But Turk, he just, like I say, had to be in the right place at the right time. He from the hood, he from the Noya, where a lot of them hung at, and where Juvenile from. So I really don't know how he actually got in the group. But that was just a overview of what I'm about to talk about. It's crazy about Turk, man. Turk went and did his little bid, almost 9 years in prison. He came home, and nobody wasn't really rocking with him like that. Like last year, he really started to get right, like get his interviews. He went on Drink Champs, and only the big dog on Drink Champ. You know what I'm saying? But he was a part of. He didn't really get to have a lot of success on his own. He had one album, which I feel like was a decent album. Young and Thuggin', Untamed Gorilla. That was my favorite song of that disc. But he had a decent album. He had one album, I believe, with Cash Money. He probably had like two, three solo albums, but one I think was with Cash Money, or two. But it really wasn't well received, and he fizzled off, ended up getting having substance abuse issues. And you didn't really hear nothing about him. Then the situation happened, and he moved to Memphis. I don't know how he ended up in Memphis from New Orleans, and had that situation with the Federals, and they had a shootout or whatever. He went and did that Fed time. And he come home, and it just, nobody wasn't really riding with him. Like, he wasn't, and he was vocal about that. It bothered him. You know what I'm saying? So when he started getting interviews and dudes started rocking with him last year, and it was a good look for him and his family and his situation. I felt like he deserved that. And he made a video yesterday on his channel, kind of addressing the whole thing in his robe. Crazy. And he gave a great message. It was ironic that he gave that message on Sunday. But that was a great, I suggest y'all go check that out. He gave a great word, great message, concerning the whole issue, but he went to another area with it. He made it out of a sermon, and it was great, man. Like I say, he my favorite hot boy, man. And But I want to talk about how he fumbled the bag, man. I got to speak on this, man, and I really don't want to, you know what I'm saying, because this my boy. But I mean, hey, I got to speak on how he fumbled the bag, man. You went through all that, and of course, it might be some animosity in him, and that's not it. I don't. That's not my place or nobody's place to speak on. But I think it's a little animosity and bitterness in him from the way BG was received and treated when he got out versus when he got out, and it caused him to make some bad chess moves, right? It caused him to make some bad chess moves and say some crazy things. And, you know, even all that, he still was able to get in this situation. Because, you know, at this time, we grown now, man. Turk almost 50 years old. Something we just got to let go. We got to live in the moment. And we got to make sure we secure the bag for our family and keep it pushing. If people want to be friends with us, if people want to be cool with us, cool. But other than that, let's make the relationship that we need to do what we got to do in this business. It's all business. And that's what a lot of these dudes don't be realizing and understanding. Because, you know, there's a lot of those dudes like Birdman and all of them had a bad taste in their mouth from some of the things that Turk was going around saying on interviews. And, you know, sometimes you have people that you've been around and people that you love, and they just don't really understand certain things from an aspect that you understand. And so they'll say certain things and not understanding how they damaging the whole brand by them just being, but Turk a real one, bro. Like Turk, I'm from Louisiana. I'm not from New Orleans, but I'm from Louisiana. And Turk a real one, bro. Like Turk just a real, you know what I'm saying? Like down to earth, you know, talk that, kick that, you hear me? And he just gonna speak, you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff he said, I don't think he should have said, you know what I'm saying? You know, like that's the past, like whether, you know, some of the things he said about the fake jury and all that, like just, you could have left that out. Cause what that does, that hurts the brand. That makes Birdman look like he was stunting. And you heard, you know, dudes already was shooting slings over the years. And now they sitting back laughing at. I remember when Jay-Z said in the song, I think that was Imaginary Players, his song Imaginary Player, where he say, those ain't Rolex diamonds. What the F you done to that? You say all this, but when I see you, where's that Hummer at? So I don't know if he was talking to Birdman or Master P, you know, but he was shooting slang at one of them, and it's like, you come out and say this, and it just make the whole New Orleans music scene look bad at that time, because they probably feel like, because them dudes wasn't doing that. Now, everybody went through their fake jury stage, but some people didn't. Like Jay and Dame, these dudes was doing it real early. And then they was in another part of the world where they was getting some, I mean, you know, they had good money in the hood. They had, you know, in the street money for the New Orleans, but I just don't feel like it was what was going on in New York. But that's another story for another day, man. So Turk finally, all this comes to fruition. He finally get the, you know, he of course they not treating him like they treat BG, but he actually get welcomed back into the fold. He on this tour, the Cash Money reunion tour, and he on the Lil Wayne tour, and you doing all these situations, man, getting money, and they making some good money. He had to be making 15, 20 a show, and you know, they played a game with Turk. There was a game they played with Turk because, see, people in the background, there's a lot of stuff going on that Turk, I don't know if he got discernment to know. If he run into this video, I hope he listened to what I'm about to say. But see, when you going on these podcasts and you kicking up unnecessary dust because you still got that animosity in you that you didn't get treated like BG got treated, to the industry, to Birdman, to everybody. Everybody treated him different when he got out versus you, and you still got that bitterness in you, and it caused you to fumble the bag. You going on interviews talking about, oh man, that BG album whack, Lil Wayne album whack. Now, why would you do that? Why would you do that? It's no reason you should do that. These are your brothers. And if they not your brother, they just your teammates right now while y'all getting money, you should be supporting them. If anything, you should be trying to get in good grace. I'm not telling you to do nothing that go against your manhood. I'm not saying like that. But you use it for what it is. This is a business. These dudes and you ain't been around each other for years. That brotherhood that y'all had when y'all was young, that's no longer exists. Let's make relationships and network with each other. Even if BG album was whack, even if Wayne album was whack, I'm still gonna go on I'm still gonna go on my channel, my podcast, and every podcast that I'm allowed to go on and say that the album is great. Because as right now, we need as many people to go get their album and have Lil Wayne and BG on their mind so they can go buy these tickets and sell out these arenas. And if you lucky, they might collaborate with you on Instagram. They might share your album because BG and Wayne got the juice. I bet you if Juvie drop an album right now, BG gonna share it. Wayne gonna share it, which once you make it to Wayne's level in his platform, you enormous. But you going on podcasts for nothing. Even if people ask you these questions, man, my brother album dope. Go get that. And go get them tickets. We gonna be in your city soon. Instead, Turk, you goes on these people's platform, running your mouth, talking about these dudes album whack. These dudes is the ones, and the thing about it is, they watching you and they letting you, they was cooking this. They was building this case on you. And so now they gonna get one of the promoters to call you and tell you that, hey, even though you signed a contract already, everybody know how contracts work. If you go against that contract, listen, you didn't read some small writing, Turk. But other than that, if they went against that concert, they gonna have to pay you or settle or whatever. But that's not nothing. To have your energy not be around them, to have you looking bad out here, and to mess up your whole brand and what you could have been doing. You going in all these cities, you could have been selling your seasoning, you could have been selling your book. Your album came out yesterday, which I hear is good. You could have been selling your album, marketing your album in all these cities, and now you off the tour. Because that was a play. They played you and tried to say, okay, look, we're going to call him and tell, and then they're going to say that the promoter turned himself in. Why would a promoter turn himself in during a time when he got a live concert? Everybody know that if you're going to have to turn yourself in, the main objective is to get as much money as possible before you do that. So let me get this show done, then I'm going to do that. I'm not going to just do that. But what happened was they called him. Wayne got his people to get in contact with whoever that is that was over there. And they said, look, we don't want him on the show. So this is what we're going to do. Tell him you're going to offer him less money. 9 times 10, he not gonna take it because he turned back up. He back with his head big, forgetting that he not the biggest in the program. Again, I'm not trying to disrespect Turk. Turk, my favorite hot boy. I'm just keeping it real, right? So now you're not the biggest of the show. Like you like like I say, with all due respect, you the weakest link of that show. I'm not talking about nothing else. I love that sermon that Turks said yesterday. He may be the most godless. He's the one that's married. He may have more favor in other areas, but in this group of the hot boys, as of today, even back then, Turk the weakest link. My favorite hot boy, underdog Turk. And so you went on there, you did all that, and so Wayne or somebody contacted somebody and told them, look, tell him offer him less money. If he don't take it, we're gonna get him off the tour. Of course, you didn't take it. You were terminated off the tour. And like I said this, but it don't matter because I didn't say it on wax. I'm saying it now after the dude I'm about to let y'all listen to said. And I'm gonna introduce who he is before I play the video. But he said you are about to be took off that Louisiana tour, and I know that's the truth. You done, Turk, with that. I'm saying you not done as your career, because like I say, I heard your album is great that came out yesterday. Y'all go stream Joseph by Hotboy Turk. But as far as you performing with the Hot Boys again, that's dead. That's dead, my brother. That's dead, my boy. That's dead, my boy. And you did that. They didn't. All you had to do, bro, was go on tour, play that role. If you a man of God, you should have discernment to know how niggas' energy is. So all you had to do was go on tour, see how dude energy was, do whatever you had to do, not compromising your manhood to network properly with these dudes. You know you got a new album coming out. Get these dudes to share your album on their platform. And after all the tour over and you done ran it up, they go their way, you go their way. You go your way. If they want to do features, they reach out. If you want to do a feature, they'll oblige. They would have probably did some features with you. Just on the strength, probably, especially Lil Wayne. But you threw all that away going on podcasts, throwing salt on these dudes' names. You going on podcasts talking about these dudes' album is trash. You got to understand, whether you feel like they got it or not, you saying they album trash and you they brother, you they labor mate, that could have possibly affect somebody not buying their album. You taking food out other dudes' mouth from talking too much. You didn't have to do that, bro. And now you fumbled the bag, bro. And you think you going on tour with Lil Wayne and the Hot Boys on the Lil Wayne tour? You done. Because guess what? All these people can void their contract with you because guess what? That could be in the contract. You can void the contract and they can use security. And then you did it all to yourself. You on social media beefing with BG. You doing all this extra nonsense for nothing, bro. Whatever was going on with y'all should have kept that behind the scenes, bro. You don't bring that on wax so they can use that as a security risk and void the contract. But let's just say they can't void the contract. Them dudes, especially Wayne, they got money. They'll pay you that little under the table, or not under the table, over the table. They'll pay you that little settlement money, Turk, for you to go ahead, for you to go ahead. And now you got that little settlement money. But guess what? You could have been networking all over with your album, marketing, your seed, and everything else you got going on, your book. And again, them dudes probably would have been open arm with you after this concert and this reunion and all this. These dudes probably would have been open arm with you, but they was testing you out, Turk, and you failed, bro. You can't keep your mouth, so you got your yappers got you into all kind of foolishness, bro. And when I say all kind of foolishness, you didn't drop the ball, bro, in the red. You was in a red zone because you made it to the tour. You going all around. You could network your seasoning. You could network your book. You could network your album. You could make new relationships. People had all eyes on you, your podcast, the podcast you got with your wife. All this you had, it all fell down. Now you got to go back to where you was. They not tripping over paying. You keep on hollering about my lawyer. Worst case scenario, they gonna have to settle with you for voiding the contract. But but look at all the opportunities you lost. Look at all the opportunities. You acting like you didn't have no foresight, bro. You was just living for the day, bro. And you said in your video, you a grown man. You acting like it. Men have foresight. Women and boys they think for today. You getting all that money, man. You couldn't believe it. You bad. You were back on. And you flashed out like that, bro, and fumbled the bag, man. And I'm upset about it. Because I said to myself, that's the first thing come in my mind. When I seen you on this, I said, they didn't welcome him back in the fold. Because all them dudes locked step. They may not be on social media with it, but Birdman, Wayne, Julie, BG, they might get in their little. But them dudes all locked in step, clicked up, jam. Man, you never know. You probably could have got situation popping with Drake. You fumbled all that on there running your mouth, bro. Man, come on, Turk, bro. You let me down. You let everybody down, your fan down. We gonna stream the album, man, try to shake you back, and hopefully a little settlement money. And again, you might not even get no settlement because if they use the fact that you was doing all that on social media and security risk, this, man, you just walk right into their hands of getting you off that concert. But I'm about to play this Birdman brother, Terrence Gangster Williams, And of course, Birdman don't really fool with him because he didn't play by the rules on some street stuff. I'm not gonna really get off into that right now. Y'all can go on his channel and check him out. I like his channel. I like him. He got great content. But he one of them dudes that like the jokes. And if you from Louisiana, you know what jokes mean. Jokes mean joke and play a lot. We call it jokes. Joce. You know what I'm saying? He a jokes, he play a lot, but he is still, and he still, Birdman don't mess with him, but Birdman Big Brother mess with him, and he still got a lot of people that he deal with inside the camp. So he got low, you know what I'm saying? But he do jokes and play a lot. But you know what he about to say, I believe is true. And this is what and this, you know, as you see the title, you see what it say, and he gonna even talk about how Lil Wayne gonna that cause Turk saying, well, I'm still on the other tour, but he don't know that he about to be off that tour too, and he gonna confirm that in this video, which is I said it before that even happened. When I seen all that, I said that, and then I went seeing what he said, and he confirmed it, and I believe it's true. Turk is over with, man. You fumbled the bag. That's a damn shame. But I'm gonna let my boy Terrence Gangster Williams talk, and I'm gonna close out.
The Terrence Gangster Williams, aka OG Giggity, aka Mr. Answer Right Back, aka the People Champ, Terrence Williams. Say, rumor is Juvie kicked Turk off the tour. That's the rumor, right? See, I had a feeling this was gonna happen, but Turk got him some money. He got to talk that talk. He had his fun. I don't see why Juvie kicked the man off the tour just for him speaking out about his money, about the promoter. I don't see why. But at the end of the day, that's what's going on, y'all. And then I got some more information. Y'all. This here haven't been out, but I want to also correct the robbing part, because some people think that when the guy with Chelsea White and the guy was on the phone, when the guy was explaining to Chelsea White about BG and Turk being robbed, like he thinking at gunpoint, like, come here, let me get that. No, they talking about how the promoter did them. So y'all know how fast these rumors get going. So I reached out to somebody, because I got somebody in every camp now. I must got somebody in Weezy camp now, y'all. So I'm about to get a lot of information. And some of the information that I received out of Weezy camp is Weezy don't want Turk around no more, and they about to take him out the Live Nation tour as well. That Weezy with the Hotboy with Weezy and all that. You know, they got two different tours. They got the Cash Money, and they got the other one with Weezy a part of. So rumor has it that Juvie got him kicked off the Cash Money tour, the Cash Money Millionaires concert tour, and now they're working on getting him off the Live Nation one, the big dog one. Man, in the world, this it can't have this much hate for one person. Like, everybody have done their stuff, everybody have talked their talk, but for this to kick the man off the tour now, when everything been going good, the fans coming through, everybody loving the connection, and now because he went off, he didn't get his money, y'all man, kick him off. I'm shocked that Juvie must doing that. But, you know, they had a little secret meeting. All right, let's go. Get him out of there. But, hello world. Y'all now on the porch. What that thing Tech Nine be saying, y'all? Something about the porch? He be talking about something about the porch news, but he in the house. Man, this man a clown. You know, say, Tech be saying something about the porch news, but he inside. Come on, Tech, bro, get it together, bro. Anyway, yeah, man, so that's the rumor, man. Man, Turk fumbled that bag. But he got him some money, so hopefully he make it count, invest the money in something. But, yeah, they upset with Turk. Rumor has it that Juvie kicked him off the Cash Money tour. And now they working on to get him off the Live Nation. So, Turk, because I know you peeking, and I know y'all gonna send this to Turk. Get on it ahead of time, or get your lawyer, get everything together, because they trying to work you, bro. They trying to get you up out of there, bro. Trying to get rid of you, man. So hopefully when that money you got, you went on and made the best of it. Invested in something, bro.
Yeah, he be Josie.
It's all good though, bro. Y'all know my let's say no to drugs, let's stop the violence, let's put the guns down. Make sure y'all can test for HIV and AIDS, because y'all need to know y'all status. We got the nonprofit they need us, the Integrated Lead Us Third Ward, to move them boys at war. Shout out to No Rap Cap Podcast, man. The dude there, man, the bros, they're my bro, but they kicks, bro. I always have a good time when I go on No Rap Cap Podcast. Make sure y'all check out No Rap Cap Podcast. Shout out to my bro Pat. My new security, yes, right, and chef. Yeah, shout out to Pat. Shout out to Diesel, he doing his thing. Shout out to Crypto G's, he doing his thing.
Shout out Diesel.
Oh,
man.
y'all, yes, man. I'm gonna talk about that next. Anyway, man, I'm out. What else I shout? I got shout out to Queen Queasy. Y'all check out her channel. Shout out to Anna. She helps me a lot. Doing clips and thumbnails. She do a lot for me. Shout out to Tracy in New Orleans. Shout out to Ripper. Shout out to Sick With It. Shout out to Chop Toolers. Shout out to Chop, my boy Chop.
Shout out Ripper. Shout out Sick
Shout out
With
to
It.
my bro Sneak from Virginia. If I forgot somebody, man, my bad, but it's just I know a lot of people.
And man, I'm gonna conclude this episode. I'm gonna conclude that on this, man. And if you see some of the comments, especially the ones I was liking, I agree with them, and they basically saying everything in a word form that I just said in a voice form. I mean, man, shout out Turk, man. Go stream that new album from Turk, Joseph. But man, my favorite hot boy, Turk, Fumbled the Bag. Thank y'all for watching, man. I'm out of here.